If you've ever felt a soul-deep connection with someone, like they mirror your very essence, you may have met your twin flame. But what happens when that connection doesn't unfold the way you imagined? What if you're rejected by your twin flame? It can feel like your world is falling apart. The pain is unlike anything you've experienced, yet it's also the beginning of something much deeper. In this video, we'll explore what really happens when your twin flame rejects you. From intense emotional upheaval to profound personal transformation, rejection in a twin flame journey isn't the end. It's often a powerful turning point. Let's dive into the truth behind this soul-shaking experience and what it means for your healing, growth, and ultimate purpose. The spiritual purpose behind twin flame rejection. Rejection from your twin flame can feel like the ultimate betrayal, like your soul has been split in two. But on a higher level, this isn't punishment, it's initiation. Twin flame rejection is not about abandonment, it's about awakening. There's a deep spiritual reason this happens, and it's all part of your soul's evolution. Rejection as a mirror for unhealed wounds. Your twin flame is your most intense mirror. When they reject you, it triggers all the subconscious wounds you've been avoiding: abandonment, unworthiness, fear of being unloved. This pain isn't meant to break you. It's meant to bring these shadows to light so they can be healed. Key message: the rejection exposes what needs healing, not because you're broken, but because you're ready. Separation pushes you toward inner union. Twin flames aren't just about romantic union, they're about inner union first. The rejection often forces you to turn inward, to stop seeking validation externally, and to truly meet your own soul. It's in this space that you learn self-love, emotional independence, and spiritual strength. Lesson: you don't unite with your twin flame by chasing them. You unite by becoming whole within yourself. Rejection creates space for spiritual activation. In the emptiness that follows rejection, many people experience a spiritual awakening. You may feel called to your life purpose, drawn to energy healing, shadow work, or even psychic gifts beginning to activate. The universe uses this loss to reroute you back to your soul's mission. Transformation. The rejection breaks the ego's grip and opens the heart to higher consciousness. It's part of the twin flame cycle, not always the end. Twin flame journeys often include stages of separation and reunion. Rejection might seem like the end, but it's frequently a reset. Each person must grow on their own path before alignment can happen. Sometimes the rejection is necessary for that evolution to occur. Perspective shift. The spiritual purpose isn't just union, it's transformation. Rejection can be the catalyst for both. If you've been rejected by your twin flame, you're not being punished, you're being prepared. This is the universe's way of saying, you are meant for more, but you must find it within first. Healing, awakening, and deep soul growth are the gifts hidden in the pain. Trust the process. You are exactly where you're meant to be. Signs: the rejection is part of the twin flame. Separation phase. Rejection from your twin flame is devastating. But what if it's not the end? What if it's just a chapter in a much bigger journey? In many cases, rejection is part of the twin flame separation phase, a necessary pause for growth, healing, and alignment. Here are clear signs that the rejection you're experiencing is not final, but transformational. The connection still feels alive, even in silence. Even after rejection, you still feel a deep, energetic bond. You may dream about them, feel their emotions, or sense their presence out of nowhere. Sign: the soul connection hasn't faded, only the physical communication has paused. You're being pushed toward inner growth. Suddenly, you're drawn to heal childhood wounds, develop self-worth, or focus on your purpose. The rejection ignites a powerful journey inward, because that's what separation is really for. Sign, you're transforming rapidly, as if your soul is being prepared for something greater. They seem conflicted or emotionally overwhelmed. Often, the twin who rejects is not cold-hearted. They're overwhelmed, scared, or emotionally unready. You may notice they still check in, send mixed signals, or silently watch you from afar. Social media, mutual friends, etc. Sign, they haven't truly let go. They're just not ready to face the connection. Repeating signs, numbers, and synchronicities. Keep appearing. Are you constantly seeing angel numbers like 1111, 222, or 717? Do songs, names, or symbols connected to them keep showing up? Sign, the universe is affirming this is a spiritual phase, not a random rejection. You feel a pull toward your purpose or mission. Separation often redirects your focus from the connection to the calling. You begin to create, teach, heal, or serve in ways that align with your soul. Sign, you're being activated because your purpose and union are deeply connected. Intuition says this isn't over, even if logic disagrees. There's a quiet knowing in your heart that this rejection is temporary, that the story isn't done. Not wishful thinking, but a grounded inner knowing that something deeper is unfolding. Sign, your soul feels calm, even when your ego feels abandoned. Not all rejection is rejection. Sometimes it's divine redirection. If these signs resonate with you, you're likely in the separation phase, not the final goodbye. Trust the process. Focus on your healing, your growth, and your light. Because the twin flame journey isn't about chasing union, it's about becoming whole so that union becomes possible. What twin flame rejection teaches you about self-love and boundaries. When your twin flame rejects you, it can feel like your soul has been shattered, but beneath the heartbreak lies a sacred lesson: how to truly love yourself, and how to honor your boundaries like never before. Rejection isn't always about them walking away. Sometimes it's about you walking back to yourself. You learn that love shouldn't cost you your worth. Twin flame rejection often reveals how much you've been willing to tolerate just to keep the connection. Maybe you ignored red flags, settled for breadcrumbs, or lost yourself trying to please them. Lesson: rejection forces you to ask, do I still love myself when someone else doesn't choose me? You start choosing yourself, even when it hurts. Self-love isn't just about bubble baths and affirmations. It's about choosing not to chase someone who's not ready. It's saying, I want you, but I won't abandon myself for you. Rejection becomes the moment you stop waiting to be chosen and start choosing yourself. You rebuild emotional boundaries. The pain teaches you the importance of energetic boundaries. You learn to stop over-giving, stop over-explaining, and stop trying to fix what's not yours to fix. You realize loving someone deeply doesn't mean losing your sense of self. You begin healing attachment wounds. Rejection stirs up your deepest fears. Abandonment, not being enough, fear of losing the one. But it also brings them to the surface so you can heal them. This isn't just about losing your twin flame. It's about reclaiming the parts of you that thought you needed them to be whole. You become whole without needing completion. You stop seeing your twin flame as the missing piece and begin seeing yourself as already complete. You're not half of a soul. You're a whole soul evolving on your own path. Truth. The more you love yourself, the less you'll accept a love that costs your peace. Twin flame rejection is brutal, but it's sacred. It's not here to break you. It's here to wake you up, to show you that you are worthy of a love that doesn't require suffering, chasing, or shrinking. You are your own home. And when you fully love yourself, rejection becomes redirection, back to your highest truth. Life after twin flame rejection. Unexpected transformations. Introduction. You thought they were your forever. You felt the fire, the synchronicities, the deep soul connection, only to be rejected. But what if that rejection wasn't the end of your story? What if it was the beginning of your transformation? Here's what often happens in the wake of twin flame rejection. Changes that you never saw coming. You step into radical self-awareness. After the heartbreak, you stop looking outward and start turning inward. You begin questioning your patterns, triggers, wounds, and emotional habits. This isn't just healing, it's awakening. Transformation. You become aware of your subconscious cycles and start breaking them. You discover strength you never knew you had. The pain cracks you open, but in that space you rise. You begin to build yourself up, piece by piece, with more clarity and resilience. You become more grounded, more discerning, more empowered. Transformation. You stop settling for less love, less respect, or anything that costs your peace. Your soul mission begins to activate. Without the distraction of the twin flame dynamic, you suddenly feel pulled toward purpose. You start creating, serving, leading, or healing. You begin to align with your soul's true work. Transformation. The heartbreak becomes fuel for your divine assignment. You attract new, aligned connections. As you evolve, your energy shifts, and so do the people you attract. Soulmate-level relationships, spiritual friendships, or new mentors begin entering your life. Transformation. You realize love doesn't have to be painful to be powerful. You realize you don't need the other half to be whole. You stop chasing completion in another person and start feeling whole in yourself. The obsession fades. The desperation dissolves. You find peace, even gratitude, for what happened. Transformation. You become the version of you that the old version never imagined was possible. Life after twin flame rejection can feel like a death, but what rises in its place is rebirth. You transform from seeking love to being love, from needing validation to radiating self-worth. The connection may have been real, but your evolution is even more real, and it's just getting started.